Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Now, some of you might know or have seen the video that came out, well, I think it was, right, where are we right now? We are in August? No, we're in September. Man, time flies. So, about a year back, less than a year back, I did come up with a video saying that I am finally giving up being in competitive play in Empires and Puzzles. And at that time, it was pretty much a low point in my life at that time. Things were just not going well in real life, pretty much. It was kind of difficult. I was having changes in between jobs, and to be honest, it was a pretty shitty time because I was getting laid off in a job where I was 1 day away from getting my confirmation. And the shitty part about it is that in the next job as well, I got laid off because the whole structure of the company was undergoing a big change once the CEO was replaced, and because of that, life really sucked, right? So. And I was feeling demotivated. Even the game was not doing it for me. I was playing a different game at that time, just to get my mind off things. It was actually a free to play account, and I was having a lot more fun in that. And I was neglecting the game. It was the Empires and Puzzles was getting a bit stale, and I felt that it was time to move on. And I honestly didn't expect myself to continue playing. I remember going on a small tour across different alliances, and at that time I was just having fun, playing not in the top tier alliances, but in mid tier. At some point it was even a low tier alliance as well. Now I don't remember much of the names, but I do remember that I enjoyed every single alliance that I was going on tour with. There was even an alliance that was quite fun, to the point where I would visit them from time to time when I was on break. If I have to go on a holiday or something like that, I would just park my account there in that alliance and have fun there. So I kind of stabilized my life after that, and then it was also because, shout out to the content creator program and some of the new content creators that came up, who actually gave me some sort of like motivation to actually continue. I didn't actually want it to continue because I just didn't see myself playing the game as long as I had. So, but yeah, here I am in September 2025 right now, as I am 2 weeks into a new job, and life took a little bit of a good turn. I think this year, I would say it stabilized a little bit. I'm still trying to fix up some stuff in real life. I'm getting married next year, so that's gonna reduce the playtime a little bit more. And I'm in the process of getting a new place to stay as well. So, with the partner, of course. So that's a whole new life. A whole new life is over the horizon right now. And people are asking, or some of you might be wondering, what's going to happen with Andrew in this account. Are we still going to see him in Empires and Puzzle? The short answer is yes. I will still play the game. Now, whether or not I'll still maintain in the competitive scene, we'll find out. So I did two periods of time where I actually spent in the game. The first one was this year when the first revamped Magic Tower came out. I saved up my gems, I pumped in a little bit more, and I went on a pooling spree in order to get Costume Elena. And you guys saw in that video, I didn't really get her until the last, pretty much the last 10 pool, and I got her in the end, and it was pretty awesome. I did get Naeem, and well, Naeem kind of sucks right now. And the second time that I actually spent was in the Harvest Summons, where, well, you saw that video. It was actually thanks to you guys for making it, for making me hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone. And yeah, I did pull Bartholomew here. You know, I'm still really happy about him. Still waiting for some some materials to get him leveled up, and I promise you guys I'll do a video of me test running him against Gurik and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be a really fun one. So yeah, those are the ones where I actually spent a lot on. And then the rest of them were just every now and then. You know, it just so happened that my pools have been a bit more lucky over the last few months, and you know, I do keep up with like the VIPs and the Valor passes, I think, which ultimately netted me like 3 Bernadettes of all the things, right? You know, especially when Bernadette is like right now almost at the cusp of being rotated out of the meta because of Gurik and Ceres. But yeah. So anyways, I thought I would just share my roster right now just to show you guys what I'm actually working on right now. The good thing about the roster right now is that they have these pins, which means I don't have to use the teams to basically show what I'm working on. I could just put it on the pins and you could see what are the heroes that I'm working on. So Bartholomew, of course, will be the first one in line to get maxed once I have the materials. I'm still looking for 2 more rings. Yeah, so once Bartholomew gets out, once I get the 2 rings, it's going to be much easier to level him up. I do have, I'm like currently overworking my training camps as well to try to get the feeders required to max Bartholomew once I get the 2 rings, which I hope I can get them within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you know, before Bartholomew gets outdated. But yeah, so Bartholomew, Leonard, a third Grovet, which because I'm really happy with how the 2 Grovet teams have been working out. Bernadette's, I have 1 max. I'm not sure if I want to max another 2 more. I might just max them after Bartholomew just so that I can have some extra ammo to use in Rush Wars. But you know, Rush Wars, you can kind of use Bernadette at 370. Sure, she dies, but most of the time the war match is kind of decided with the first 3 to 4 moves. So you're fine there. I think Bernadette will be okay there. But yeah, I might actually focus, instead of, you know, Bernadette, to actually focus more on Revna and Goose, just because Revna actually reflects Wither. So against Ceres, Revna is actually pretty decent. And Goose, just because I like, you know, it was so funny. It was just like one single pull for like the super elemental summons and I actually got Goose. But, you know, it's only lately that they kind of like, you know, updated him, buffed him to get like the extra damage on his special skill, which made me think that, you know, he'll be pretty good to level up. I did pull a lot of purple slow heroes like Lily, Grendel's mother, and Lila Rain and Mordowitch. So yeah, those are something that you know, I'm currently deciding whether I want to level them up or not. Currently looking at Luhi right now to level up, because I think Luhi might be interesting against Gurik. I'm not so sure yet, but what remains to be seen. We could reverse the defense up that he gives, if I'm not mistaken, or Maisie actually, because Maisie has the garrison guard, the garrison minion that actually, you know, cleanses status ailments safely, which means I can cleanse the moth dust kind of safely during Equalizer Wars. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so here are the heroes. So I've arranged them in terms of power, hero power. Now, hero power doesn't mean anything right now because Spartoi, being my biggest in terms of hero power, 1633, he actually kind of sucks. Like, I got Spartoi and I was like pretty happy with him, and then I realized it was actually pretty shitty. I mean, look, I don't have Elsbeth, right? If I had Elsbeth, Spartoi would be amazing. Spartoi's market value goes up. But I only have Bartholomew, so yeah. Those who have Elsbeth, well, Spartoi is actually pretty good because of the speed in which he can churn out minions, and is still relevant in the meta. So Spartoi is pretty yeah, not the best in my roster right now. I think the better ones would be the two Fafnirs that I have, in terms of green. And then, the rest are pretty much the tunes. I have Toon and Glass Kagan, Toon and Glass Domitia, Toon and Glass Leonidas as well. River Fang was from, I can't remember which portal he was in, but yeah, also a pretty good hero right now. I've been using him quite nicely. Gwendolyn as well. I'm still trying to make the Insanity heroes work. So Gwendolyn, the other one is like Penelope right here, and Rosanna. Where's Rosanna? I think the reason why Rosanna is a bit lower. Where is Rosanna, anyways? Yeah, Rosanna right here. So, yeah, I'm still trying to make them work. Rosanna actually has been pretty okay. It's just Gwendolyn and Penelope haven't been able to get them to work as well as I thought they could. Duna Hart, Lila Rain. Yeah, those are pretty much. I was pretty stoked when I got Duna Hart. Duna Hart was really awesome. It was on a free pool as well when I finished the challenge events, and I've been consistently getting near the top 100 for legendary events. So yeah, actually trying to improve in challenge events as well. So yeah, that's fun. And I think because of that, I did get a free pull, and I did pull Duna Hart, which I leveled instantly because at that time I didn't have Bernadette. Lila Rain was on a was a funny one. I saved up, like there was one morph event where I didn't pull, and then I waited to the next one, and then Lila Rain was kind of like featured together with I think it was Salt and Pepper, Satin Pimenter, and was it the blue one, Thelonious? I think was it no Tilmoin and someone else. I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but I did get Lila Rain, and at first I didn't like Lila Rain, and then I watched some other, Empires and Puzzles content creators saying that Lila Rain sucked, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make her unsuck, and it's been okay. I don't have the master emblems for Druid yet, so I'm just taking putting her on the back burner for the time being until I get some more master emblems for Lila Rain, and then I'll push her to 25. She's actually pretty nice. I kind of like using Lila Rain here, and it's kind of fun actually. Ran Xiaoqi, Li Kui. I don't have Song Jiang, which I think is the prime one that everybody wants. None of the two new ones as well. Lu Zishan and Sun Ernyang. I don't have them. I don't have Chao Gai as well. But I'm pretty happy with how Ran Xiaoqi and Li Kui kind of worked out. I actually wanted to come up with a video for Ran Xiaoqi, but I felt that it was a bit too it was a bit too negative. I felt the video. I recorded the whole thing, and then as I played it back for myself in order to edit it, I realized how negative I was sounding towards Jove, the old mask god. Yeah, so it was kind of shitty. So I thought the video was too negative, so I didn't. I might re-record it somehow with another new hero that comes out in yellow, and then if I get it, I'll try to make a video out of it. But yeah, that's basically it. Nivgase, Naeem right here, Aurikak, Haumri. I was pretty stoked to get like Haumri here, as well as Ixin in one of the portals. It wasn't the dwarf portals. Look, I have nothing from like the dwarf portals. The Gongov here, Ixin, and Haumri, I've got them all from Covenant Summons. My Covenant Summon Lux has actually been pretty good. So the rest of that, I've never gotten anything from the Astro Dwarfs portal itself. The best I got was like Lemonwood and like, I can't remember, it was Lemonwood and then like Dreadstar, I think, and I haven't leveled Dreadstar at all. I think I've gotten her way past the prime. So yeah. Milena, as what I mentioned earlier, I was pretty happy with her. So I have two maxed. I have one Milena here, double limit break, and another Milena somewhere down here. Yeah, there we go. That is not double limit broken. Oh, and then I was like pretty happy when I got Vaishali as well. It was on the last pull that I did for the tower event. Not farming coins, but more of like finishing the tower and then on the last pull itself, I managed to get Vaishali, which was really happy. And then Ray, I got Ray from like the Harvest Summons, so that was nice. I immediately maxed both my Rays so that they can be useful at some point. So yeah, that's basically, if you look at like the top 30 heroes that I have, I think it ends somewhere with Dagger right now. Either Dagger or Ixin, like that's like the number 30. And then from then on, it's basically the rest of the other heroes here. I did get Araminta, Guldron, which was nice. Double Tamlin is still a team that I use if I ever see a Fergus or Hrothgar in the wilds, in wars. I still use the double Tamlin team, which is amazing, by the way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Guan Yu here, double Guan Yus. I'm so sad that they kind of like rotated out of the meta right now, but they might come back, seeing as how, you know, maybe in the horizon we'll see more minions, and then that's where Guan Yu stock might go up. There's my Bernadette. I'm actually surprised that she's just quite low in terms of like her team, her hero power, 1426. And yeah, the rest of it here, pretty happy to have 3 Ascension Mimics. I don't have the red one, I don't have the green one. The red one I have is the experience one, which I think it's a good combination. I have like the red experience Mimic, which gives me feeders, and then the other 3 is just churning out Ascension materials as and when. And there's going to be, I think, an Ether Mimic that's coming out right after the Emblem Mimics, so I might gun for the Ether Mimics as well. Well, we'll see. And then Nautica, so I have 1 double limit broken Nautica right now, and I did max another one here just because I place a lot of like value on some slow heroes, because I believe some of the new slow heroes that come out have a lot of potential to be strong by themselves. So that's where I really thought that they would be good if they are paired with like Nautica, for example. I do have 2 Gastiles, which I'm really happy. One of it I picked up from the Super Elemental Portal. The other one was from the Gem Challenge, which I was really happy I didn't get another shitty one like Timaeus. Fuck the stupid owl. But yeah. Well, the rest of it, as you can see, is some of the heroes here that I use time on and off again. Did get Charon from the what do you call it, that level up portal thingy. I thought he'll be amazing. If so, this video is gonna come out before the War of the Three Kingdoms, the latest War of the Three Kingdom video that comes out. So you're gonna see in the first match itself, I think I used Charon, and yeah, Charon just died. So stupid, useless hero. I when Charon first came out, funny story was, if you guys remember, there used to be a very, very good Empires and Puzzles 7 Days Departed player called Wes, and I believe Wes was using Charon at some point. I think his name was Wes. Glitter Wes, yes, Glitter Wes. Yeah, he was using Charon at some point together with like can't remember who it was. I think it was Becky or something like that. Either Becky or the double Amethyst combination, and I thought Charon was really good then. Too bad right now in the current meta is pretty shit. So yeah. And then, in case anyone was, anyone's on Facebook or in some of the line groups, you'll notice that there was some leakage about a costume Aramis that's coming out. So I've been keeping up one costume Aramis, and I plan to level a second Aramis. Hopefully I can get the costume, and then maybe Aramis will be legit again. Who knows? So yeah. So I do have quite a big number of double limit broken heroes as well. This is all from like, constantly farming, constantly doing stuff, and then doing some pulls as well on the Ascension portal, because when you do the VIP, the Valors, the Giant Valor and the Valor of Giants and normal Valor Pass, you do get a lot of these Ascension shards, I think, as well as the Ethers. I think you get 6 or 7 from one Valor, and there are chances that you can get them from the chest as well. So I've been pretty lucky with those as well. So yeah, I can double limit break some of my heroes here, and I still have enough to double limit break one more. So yeah, these are basically it. I think the next costume outfitter I will be getting Hathor, costume Hathor, because I do want to use costume. I do want to use Hathor in like my war teams. So yeah, I think these are basically it. I don't know if I want to show the whole thing one shot. Guardian Elephant is nice here. I did get him from the there was that one point where we had like the alliance gifting, and the alliance, my alliance members were basically giving us like the pickup summons, I think pickup summon coins, and I managed to pull Guardian Elephant there. I was really happy. I should level Starlass. I haven't. I completely forgot about Starlass here. Should be leveling him for him or her, him, her, it, she, whatever, for wars as well. But yeah, these are basically it. So let me just go through some of the teams that I have. So yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to work out on the Lila Rain team. So far, this team has been functioning okay. Pretty much into Gurik, yeah. It's not working well in the last few wars, but I'm still trying to tweak it a little bit. It just needs some small tweaks. Like Dark Feather is getting outdated, Kalen's getting a bit outdated, so I might need to swap out a little bit of things to make this team sustain a little bit more, and I think then we should be fine. And then this new team has been kind of fun against Gurik as well, so much so that I may double limit break Dolores. I mean, Dolores is considered one of the better Insanity heroes to kind of double limit break because of how good she actually is. It's something like a hippo, but I think damage-wise, you don't really care so much of the damage. You care a lot more about the amount of insanity she can inflict onto the opponent, which is really fun. This team is a pretty fun team. When I see Fergus in raids, you still see Fergus around anyways, so it's pretty fun to actually use this team against Fergus. And then I'm just attempting, this one was because of the the Valor mission today. So I usually, how I build this team is that I put this one here, I put Ganctus here, and I put Acid Fire, and then I put a healer here. Can be any healer, so typically I go with Vaishali here. Yeah. So this is a fun team as well. Hasn't been working too well. I'm still trying to tweak it a little bit because it's lacking healers, but it relies a lot on Ganctus and Guldron to have the mega minions to kind of protect Acid Fire and Gongoff. And Gongoff hits like a truck, and it gives the Wither ability, so it keeps the team alive as well. So yeah, this one is a fun one. And then here, this team, I switched out the components here in and out because typically I go with like double Fafnir plus Dagger, or if they have a lot of raids, then I go with Mystia. And if there's a lot of Song Jangs in the team, I typically bring Kolya and Milena here to make sure that they are able to cleanse the team of the silence. So I typically switch these things in and out. I do have another fun team here which I've been using to actually pretty good effect as well. Sometimes I could do something like, it's usually something like this. Sorry, it's not this guy, it's this guy. Yeah, you can see how sad it is. Like, I'm using Aurikak here, and usually I would like it to pair Aurikak with Lemonwood, but Lemonwood is so outdated right now that it's just so sad that I can't use Lemonwood. Lemonwood was one of the fun heroes to use, and too bad he's not usable right now. But yeah, this team has been pretty fun. The double Grovet team, it's a slow death, but has a lot of control, so pretty fun thing to use. But I do have to be careful about using this against dwarves or fawns, because the dwarves and fawns do not get affected by Grovet's mana degen as long as there are two dwarves or two fawns in two unique fawns or two unique dwarves in the same defense. Then I can't bring this team. But yeah, it's a pretty fun one here. Then this one is just something that I've been working on as a team against Gurik. Humri and Ixin are very strong against Gurik because they force Gurik and the whole team to have a lot of wither effects on them, so much so that it doesn't matter that they keep reviving. I'm just going to kill them in the end. And Riverfang and Ron Xiaoqi is just there to deal damage and dispel. So pretty fun team as well. And then this one I was just playing around it. I still have Oni Wakamaru and Lord Loki in case we see a lot of Bernadettes, and even against Gurik as well, because typically if you have Gurik that's flanked by either a Bernadette or a Ceres, you could actually use Loki to kind of copy the effects, and it'll be actually quite fun. So and it's different with Insanity, because with Insanity Ceres will only target herself, but with Loki you could actually copy Ceres because she doesn't lose her mana, and you basically can chain if you time it correctly. So which is why I think Loki is pretty fun against Ceres as well. There are other teams here that I typically use, and I think one of the ones that I'm going to work on right now, which you will see in the video if I get it done, will be Bartholomew combined together with like Li Kui and Brimstone. That's the idea that I'm trying to work out. Don't know if it'll work. We'll see if it works out. But yeah, this should be fun. I'm still working on it, because once the fiends from Bartholomew turn into Mega Fiends, then they lose out on Brimstone's defense against fire, because you need the fiends there to have the defense against fire. So I might need to work out the team to see how it works, and maybe at some point Brimstone will be too weak at that point to be actually relevant in the meta. We'll see. Now, as an added context as well, I know I've been rambling on and on. I am going up against top 10, top 20, top 30 at some point alliances, so their defense can be super difficult to deal with, and we are seeing a lot of consistency in their defenses, which means there's a lot of a lot of heroes can be kind of to be said outdated against them because of how weak the stats are compared to the newer heroes. So certain heroes you can't actually use much, so there's always that to consider. But there are some old heroes that I still use from time to time, especially when you run out of heroes to kind of cobble a team together. How I like to build my teams is that there has to be at least some form of synergy there. Like one team that I really like, that I still use some sort of like, you can kind of say older heroes, is like Pepper Flame, combined together with Irleif, and then this is like the core, and then you can have a big healer here. So something like let me see if there is a big healer here that I can use. Which is why I pretty much want Hathor into this, because then I can use Hathor as the as sort of like the fourth raid one, because then I can kind of stack against anything. But typically I think here I would try to bring in a healer, something like Gazelle, because they don't need any what do you call it, you don't need there's no buffs on them, so it's fine to use Gazelle right here. And once I use Gazelle, then I can put something else here, for example like a Leonidas here, which will help against certain defenses, and then Lemonwood as well can be an option here, because Pepper Flame will increase the attack, the growth will increase Lemonwood's damage to actually make it more relevant. So yeah, typically it will be some form of team like this. This is still a very, very fun team to use against any tank. Any tank is fine. Like, I can use this on pretty much any tank, and I just have to remember not to use Irleif's effect onto a Beowulf family, because once that happens, it cleanses off the shared damage that they have. So as long as I don't do that, I'm fine. So yeah, that's basically it. I think this pretty much shows it. The other one I want to probably showcase would be my troops. So I do have quite a bit of troops here. I've been working very, very hard on legendary troops. I've been converting. I have not missed a single conversion, and I've been also lucky when I do pulls once or twice in the legendary troop portal. So right now I do have 13 in red. I have 9 only in yellow. What else do we have? let's see what we can do. Blue, purple, and green. So yeah, so I have 10 in blue, 12 in purple, and 12 in green as well. So the ones that I'm actually lacking, I need one more for yellow, which is going to be either paladin rogue or another wizard. I need another wizard troop, so just to fill up the gaps in case I need to use a triple wizard or a triple ranger setup for yellow. For blue, I'm missing out on another sorcerer. I need another sorcerer troop. For red, I pretty much have everything, I think. Yeah, I pretty much have everything here. It would be nice to have another wizard troop, but it's not necessary. Yeah, I have pretty much a lot here. Purple, I'm fine. I have enough here. And then green, I think it's also sufficient. So I think after that I can focus more on 4 stars back and 3 stars. So just trying to max out the troops in order to perform a little bit better in challenge events. I still refuse to double limit break 4 stars and 3 stars much, because I can still perform decently well in those 3-star and 4-star challenge events, so much so that I don't need the double limit breaks. I'm being realistic. I'm not going to be in the top 10 performance for 3 stars and 4 stars, because I believe as a challenge event player I still lack the strategy and the concept of like how to actually do the challenge events properly, which is why I barely make it to like top 100 in legendary itself. I think if I know how to do it properly, I think I can make it to like top 10, top 20 at some point. We'll see how. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else here unless you guys want to see like my dragon. I think the dragon spire. Not pretty much nothing else here. Everything has been worked on. I'm trying to max out all the buildings. I do have some 5 stars here, so let me see if I can buy rarity. And yeah, is it by rarity? Is it all by rarity right now? No, it's not, because there's teams here. So basically I have 10 legendaries right now. I'm churning out trying to churn out as many legendaries as I can through the training camps, and I think I've gotten 3 so far. Mordex and Zostras were from the training camps, and I believe one of the, I don't remember, I think it was one of the Leaf Hearts. It was either Leaf Heart or Ignis, I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I have them all, and I've managed to get enough materials to max 4 of the 5 stars that I have, and I'm just saving up right now just in case we get one of the ancient dragons. I'm currently looking at like some of the new ones. There's this Time Watcher one which is completely broken, because there's a revive chance, and the assist skill is reviving. The assist skill has a revive there as well, which is going to make Skyfire Wars stupidly difficult if it's still Gurik tanks. Yeah, but that's basically it. The rest, I don't think I have anything else here. I am trying to get, some 4 stars as well maxed out, and I think I'm up to date with like the with like the maps. Everything is okay. And yeah, you can see training camps here. Oh, got a bonus. So let's see if we can get a 5 star from the training camp 10. Nope, 3 star. Okay. Yeah, so I'm churning out 2 training camp 10s and 1 training camp 1, just to come up with feeders. I do use the command a lot, the commanding of the you can see here, you can command basically, and I think you can just like do this once. Usually what happens is, since I have nothing to level so far, I'll just collect enough. Maybe I'll do it now. I'll do one of it now. Yeah, so like if you can basically command like this, you can get a free legendary token, and then you can just use them here, and hopefully you get a legendary dragon. No. What was I expecting? I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, that's pretty much it for my roster update and live updates. Don't worry, I'll still be around. I will be trying to keep up with my video releases as well, and hope you guys enjoy this kind of like roster updates. I mean, I'm not doing this to flex, okay? My roster is nowhere near as good as a lot of the other spenders or whales or other content creators as well. I believe a lot of the other content creators have way better rosters than I have. But it's just a way, that I can share with you guys, how much, I've been working on my roster, how I've been using my teams, and what the future holds for me. I think I've shown you guys what I've been working on, the projects of heroes that I've been working on. And yeah. So I will try to do this every 6 months, I think will be a good timing. Maybe 6 months or maybe every 3 months. Then we'll have a roster update, a constant roster update, just to show you guys where I am right now. Hopefully by then, in 3 months, hopefully the meta changes, and then we'll have new heroes to kind of look at, or new strategies that we can look on, and hopefully by then things might be different. Alright, that's about it. I will catch you guys in the next video. And in the meantime, just a disclaimer, don't burst your budget playing this game. Don't overspend, but try to have fun. And I will have a time in the next month, actually it's the next month, yeah. So next month on the 31st October, I will be taking a break from competitive wars, in which case I will be choosing an alliance to hop to. So if you have an interest in wanting me to grace your alliance for 1 or 2 wars, just let me know in the comments. I will try my best. I will do a roulette and I'll just pick one alliance that I will visit for that particular week. So the week will be the last week of October, because I will be participating in a Scrabble tournament. I'll actually be representing the country. Actually, it's Malaysia against Singapore. So it'll be streamed online. So I might actually show up there. Actually, what am I talking? I definitely will be featured in the stream. But yeah, if you guys want me to visit your alliance, do leave a comment stating your alliance name, and let's make it fun. I'll randomly pick, but I just want to see what's so fun about your alliance that would compel me to come and visit. So do leave a comment there if you made it to the end of this video, and I will choose one alliance to go to. And until then, GG.